Is BTS going to have to enlist in the military? I don't know. Let's see if we can find out. Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? It's Monday. I'm still sick. Yeah. I I took these last couple days off just to rest. Well, I sort of took it off. I mean, I didn't record much. I just kind of posted my Sunday things. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll get a weekly one card update. And I also put it in the YouTube shorts and on Twitter and Instagram stories. If you're a Patreon, you get a special a reading, a tarot oracle reading for the week, kind of setting your intentions. So I kind of have that kind of stuff, out there for people. So I did that kind of work, and I did research for a video I'm going to be doing after I record this. But other than that, I did a lot of sleeping, a lot of binge watching stuff on TV. But folks, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? It was great. Our boys at BTS, they did get 7 awards, and I could tell they performed. It was really kind of a low key, mellow performance, which I think is just perfect because they've been traveling across the seas, overseas, back and forth, and they're prepping for this concert on the 15th. So they probably have been putting a lot of attention into this concert. So I'm not disappointed at all in their more laid back and easygoing performance. In fact, we got to see them and they were wonderful. What was I gonna say here, folks? My mind just went because my wife sent me a message and it just said, "I cat." She's silly. She's adorable. Anyway, I'm sorry for the distraction, folks. We're going to talk about BTS and their military career. If they're going to have to go into the military or not. I follow Sean Lim at Soullight TV. If you don't watch his YouTube channel, please do. He makes some really strong points how International Army really needs to help with this and stepping up. And he has listed those committees and those in the government whom are for giving alternative or an exemption to military service to BTS and to those who don't. And if they hear how the outside of Korea, how the world is going to perceive them, and not be happy with making BTS, these young men, go do military service after all they have done for this country. And he talks about how there's a lot of inconsistencies on the standards for allowing exemption. Some people, some of the politicians, they were kind of saying, well, it's got to be fine arts, it's got to be athletics, it's got to be this. And they're like, well, why are you giving exemptions to people who are competing in World of Warcraft? And yet you wouldn't give the exemption to BTS. That made me think. Don't get me wrong, I love World of Warcraft, man. OG here. My account, I was part of, I was playing vanilla World of Warcraft in the very beginning, classic. Yeah, okay. I still have it loaded on my computer and log in now and then. Okay, so don't, I'm not dissing players of World of Warcraft here, folks. I'm just saying, I recognize that it's really hard to be a performer and to put yourself out there and all the energy and the workouts and all. Yeah, the pressure can be hard in video games. I get it. Because, it's just, but if you're going to let World of Warcraft competent people exempt, why not BTS? There's this is a power play. This is, I'm afraid, politics are definitely involved. Why is it taking so long? And they keep procrastinating. If you want to skip ahead to the tarot reading, I will be having chapter links. I'm not going into a whole lot of detail about this issue. So I'm not going to post an investigated part of this video. So if you don't like my rambling, just jump ahead. I'm okay with that. But folks, I'm just like, they're now saying that they're going to have an answer by the end of December. And Jin's birthday is December 4th. That's cutting it close, folks. Really, it is. And they have also been saying all along, we're going to go by the public polls. We're going to see what the public wants. And my understandings from what I have seen and researched is about over 60% of South Korea, they all say BTS deserve an exemption or alternative military service. That's more than 50%. People are saying, well, pop music is just, it's only popular for a short bit of time. Why would you say something like that? Because music, it reaches people. It reaches the entire... It is like an international language. And just because it hasn't been around for centuries doesn't mean it's not going to have lasting power. There's just so much ridiculousness, folks. So much ridiculousness. And I think they're waiting for some kind of Hail Mary. I don't know what they expect by procrastinating this. Maybe they're hoping that, Jin will just, enlist and then they won't have to worry about it. Or they're waiting to see, well, maybe he will enlist and then see what happens and what the reaction is and if they can backpedal. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm concerned. I'm annoyed. I hope you are too. So I'm also very nervous to do this reading. I haven't particularly touched this question because I guess I'm scared of the answer. Or I don't even know if the answer is out there yet. I don't know. There's just so much procrastination. So maybe we'll find out what's going on behind the scenes a bit, get an idea. And if I misinterpret the cards, if I'm listening wrong, okay, I'm wrong with it, but I'm nervous. I'm going to do this reading, folks. I'm just really nervous. I don't know. I want to be, I've surprised myself many a times with some intense, readings and them coming out accurate. And it's like, what? But still, sometimes, I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. So I'm nervous. Okay. I could do this. We could do this, right? Let's get into it then. Hi. Hey, everybody. We're going to get in the reading. I just had a big, huge coughing fit, asthma attack, and mascara is running everywhere, and my eyes watering. I have a lozenge tucked in my mouth. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. As I was saying, I'm nervous about this reading. I don't know if there's an answer or what answer we'll get. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, we got the Four of Wands. And the Queen of Cups reversed. I'm not surprised about the Queen of Cups reversed. This, oops, hey folks, I forgot. There we go. You can see it now. I'm sorry. I'm like out of it. Anyway, please remember this reading is all alleged. It's alleged and entertainment. I'm doing this for entertainment, folks. You know it. You know the drill. I mean, when we see the Queen of Cups, this is usually like martyrdom. This is like being insecure. It's having to be dependent on them and on someone. And this card has always shown up. It's always been creepy to me in this deck, because normally the Four of Wands is like a celebration. It's community. But this is the dark side of the community. It's usually like a group that's holding on to narrow-minded, a very strict aspect, beliefs. Sometimes it's like a cult. Sometimes it's like a hidden society kind of feeling to it. I mean, look at these guys, folks. You know what I'm saying? This is why with the different decks, some of the cards mean a little different, you know? And I just get this strong sense that there is a core group they're willing to sacrifice BTS and send them to the military. They really are. And it's because of a lot of their own insecurities about their own personal careers. Okay, we got the Seven of Cups, and she's reversed here. There's just a lot of confusion. And they even just like don't really care. I'm getting this one guy, he doesn't come across as ambitious. He's just kind of, and he's like, no, not moved, nothing. Okay. Okay, so they're having a hard time making the decisions, you know. Here is, let me show you this card. This is the haunted house in the story, and she's the maid, she's a servant, but she's carrying the scales. And I say, this is Libra energy. This is justice. Their big, huge thing. This is the law. So there is a secret group, this little tight-knit group that is really just holding on to old ways, not willing to be progressive. They're afraid. And they're pulling the card, well, it's not fair to everyone. And I recently, just the other day, I was having to deal with the situation where my son needs some special accommodations made at school. Yeah, he has ADHD. And the teachers were like, well, if I let him go and do this, what about the other students? And I'm like, The other students who don't have ADHD can handle this kind of task and get this done at this time and in this way, while someone who has this is unable to. So if you give them the more time, they're gonna they're gonna be evened out and they'll be able to keep up with others. So wouldn't that be more fair? Putting these guys from BTS into the military, the way they're going to be exposed, it's putting their lives at risk and in danger. And the way they'll be treated it's not the same. So for them to go into, it would be best that they have done so much for the country, and they still will and can. And uniting, getting Korea to be known and accepted, and yeah. Okay, here's the Seven of Swords, and this is reversed. The Seven of Swords, we're dealing with deception sometimes, or kind of, there's been deception. It's like, okay, we're coming clean. We have to rethink how we're handling things. They are scared to rethink how to handle military exemptions. They don't have a set in stone parameters of what is, acceptable to be exempted and what isn't, because it's all over the board. This is like a game they're playing with BTS. It's kind of sickening. Okay, here's the Three of Wands, and she's reversed. This kind of bugs me. This is all the frustration. This is all the delays, and we know there's so many obstacles, and the insecurity. I'm not picking up anything new, folks. Someone wants to change their mind. And I just pulled in, this card falls out as I say that. This is the Eight of Swords. And as you see, this person is bound up in prison. This is self-victimization. Somebody feeling really trapped by following is starting to recognize maybe this isn't the right way to not exempt the guys. Yeah, okay. And we have the Hangman, and the Hangman, he's reversed in this situation. Right side up, this is, it would normally be being a martyr and sacrifice, which we already have martyrdom here and sacrifice, but with it reversed, it's saying they're afraid of making this change. And they're stalling, They're dragging their feet. They're waiting for something to help them make that decision. I think the world needs to come together and just speak out. Now here's the Queen of Wands. She's sassy. No, she's upright. This is courage and determination. And I mean, folks, it's going to take courage for these guys to step out of their comfort zone and make this change. This card fell out, and this is the Six of Swords. This is transition, leaving old things behind and moving on. And it's over that whole of self-imprisonment, holding self back. Yeah, there is a path for them to break free. New beginnings here. This is the Ace of Cups. This is to do with changing their emotion. Okay, so there is going to be a change of heart. Someone's going to have a change of heart. Maybe more than one person. A change of heart of where they stood of we can just make the boys do military service. And here's the Nine of Wands, and she is upright. This is taking that last stand. This is resilience. We're going to do it. We're going to have to take the stand. It's taking the stand against what has been implemented in them, making them believe that they have to make these kind of choices. So I think there's some people whom could bend. They need that push. They need a sign. They need someone like, let's see here. Is something, I'm sensing something dreadful. I'm sensing something going to happen. Let's see here. I'm pulling out another deck. Okay, so I have the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. I don't like where that's going. Can you see these cards all right? See, this usually means a failure. And since I'm talking about the guys, I'm talking about the government guys who are against the exemption, I think they could fail. Because there's this moving on. Oh, shit. I just realized what this is. No. Stabbing in the back and then saying, fuck it, I'm leaving. That's what I just saw. And the Ace of Swords here, and it's reversed. This is chaos. They're gonna do something. I think the guys in BTS are planning something. It's like, holy shit. You better not stab us in the back, kind of thing. Here's the Four of Cups. They're suddenly aware of the power they have, and they're going to choose the happiness. They're going to choose, no matter what you guys try and tell us, we're going to fight back. I'm really getting this strong. The boys are not going, and I don't think Hive is going to let the government just get away with carrying this on anymore. The Ace of Wands, she just popped out. And this is the willpower. This is inspiration. They're going to move on. They're going to find it in them. I don't think they're going to let Jimmy go down without a fight. There's a battle coming forth. And here's the Four of Wands, and this time it's reversed. Remember the Four of Wands before, and it was all that spooky cult, like, you know, him. In this card, in this deck, it's reversed. And there is they're not, BTS is like, you know what, we're not getting the support. There's too much conflict here. We're done. We're done playing games. Done letting you play with our lives and toy with us. It's like they feel like they're being little puppets strung along. Here's the Queen of Swords, and she is reversed. This is somebody who is very bitter and wants to crush, keeping them down. But then we have the Five of Wands. And this is conflict. This is competition. I am going to go forward. They're moving on. See how he's looking the other way, going forward, moving on. It's like they're becoming bitter and frustrated. in believing in others who tell them, don't worry, we'll take this care of. They're feeling like they have to take that control now. We can't just rely on the others. Here is the Eight of Swords. And she's reversed. And this was the self-imprisonment. This is freedom. This is getting new perspective. This is, I accept what I want, what we're going to do. BTS is not, these guys, they're going to fight this. And not going to let this hold them back. I want to pull out my Lerman deck. I think the boys have got something up their sleeve. Kind of have an idea, but I'm hesitant. You know I get like this sometimes, folks. I'm sorry. But I'm pulling out a Lerman deck. It's another divination card set from France during the Victorian ages. Don't Leave Me just came on. I'm listening to BTS on my Spotify. Don't Leave Me. Here's the shit. I was wondering if I was going to see this card, because it's telling me what I think I know what's going to happen. This is travel. This is a ship. This is going abroad. Taking a holiday, leaving, goodbye. It's the Ten of Spades. It's the third card in the deck. Let's see here. Let's see what... $35, the Anchor. There is a lot trying to hold him back. This is the Nine of Spades. This is the House of Stability. This is holding fast. They've been restricted. Their goal is to move on. And here's 11, which is the Jack of Clubs. And this card is always, number 11. This is the House of Repetition or Punishment. It's a whip. This is the sudden termination of something. This is the putting an end. This is, yeah. This is interesting. There's argument. This is punishment. Being forced to do something over and over. Being abused. So, I definitely see they're being held back and taken advantage of. Okay, so 12. This is our little birds. And 12 is 7 of Diamonds. It's the House of Chatter. There's a lot of gossip, phone calls. So, I do think international armies, those abroad, overseas, need to speak up. And need to make it known how the world is going to perceive Korea's government holding BTS back and not allowing them to something just hit me here. Yeah. They need to hear us. Here's 4. And 4 is home. It is home affairs. It's the King of Hearts. So there's anchored down in their immediate environment, wanting to go abroad. Need the abroad to go forward. Okay. The story is coming clearer here. Okay. Okay, here's 20. Let's see, 20 here is the 8 of spades. This is social events. This is networking. Interesting. Oh my. I need some more cards, but I think I know. Yeah, they're at a crossroads. That's what 22 is. 22, decisions. They're finding another way, a new route. Here we have the messenger, the writer, delivery of a message or something. What? 41, the well. This, dig deep and you'll find the answer. There's something do you think what I'm thinking? I think they're ready to walk away. 37 is time. This is trying to find out what's important. Deciding what is important at the crossroads. What is more important to us? 33. And you see the cage and the key. This is the answer, the solution. And understanding, okay. There is somebody behind the scenes. A messenger. Yeah, 38 is the bridge. And bridges are, connecting. The answer is what? A guy? Making sacrifice, his loyalty. Shit, I know what I'm seeing here, folks. I just have a hard time. Let's put it this way. The boys are like, we're here. We're doing everything we can for you. We want to support you. This is BTS. They want to. We love our family, our nation. We love Korea. We love everything. Please, give us back. Come, recognize all we give and are willing to give. And if that's not going to be acknowledged, they're going to go, fuck you. Basically, excuse my language, folks, but bye. And goodbye, meaning I don't think it means they're going to break up, folks. They're going to feel betrayed by their own nation. And they're going to take a stand. And I hope it does not come to this. I know they hope it doesn't come to this. I hope the government realizes how financially it'll impact their country if they make the wrong choice and don't give an exemption for military service. Because it's like one side is willing to fight it. The other side's like, if you aren't going to give it to me, we're going to go. We're not going to be kept under control anymore by you guys. We're done. This is a really hard video for me to make. So I'm going to ask y'all, please, especially International Army, speak up. I'm going to have the link to the video on the YouTube channel Soul Light TV. It has all the links of all the social media sites where you can DM or tweet or post a message to, write letters to the officials and let them know how important it is and how it's going to reflect poorly if they don't get an exemption. Explain how BTS has opened us to more and more of the Korean culture and just how beautiful it is and the people there, and we want to know more. We want to, if you take this away and you do this to these boys, we're going to frown upon it, and it is not good. We find these actions as disrespectful to humans who work so hard and give so much, and it can backfire on the government internationally. I mean, President Biden met with the guys of BTS. That's huge impact in the world. I hope they realize this. These politicians. Well, I'm done with this video. I hope everything goes well. Fingers crossed. I think I'm going to take a quick, folks. Remember, please write to the politicians over in Korea. They need to, and they need to understand how their actions are going to reflect worldwide. And let's help these boys as much as we can. Remember, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. I love you. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what ideas you have, what we could do, what you think you saw in the reading. I love it. I love hearing from y'all. And I have, you can also reach me. My socials are down below. And you can also join the Patreon and have more access. I'm there all the time. I love you guys. I keep saying that, but I do. I really do. I appreciate so much. And as I already said, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Remember, be kind. See you next time. Bye.